So far this year has been off to like a tougher start than I was anticipating going into the year with, especially with my, Happy New Year's message. I've been fighting off depression. This is a tough time of year as my birthday approaches and my date of injury anniversary approaches as well. A lot of trauma survivors have like this date that's like the date everything changed, and that for me, that was March 18th, and that was 10 days after my birthday. So at 31, I had everything at my fingertips, and then as I'm approaching 40, I'm like fighting for anything to be at my fingertips. But I am staying positive, but I know I'm struggling. I know that I'm a little depressed because there's certain things that should be making me happy, and like they don't, and I don't feel super stoked when it's nice outside, and usually that's like something that really gets me going. But I've been making sure that I'm getting out, and I've been doing walks as much as I can. I am definitely gaining a little bit of my winter weight, but that's because I eat my feelings and I'm depressed. And that's not a justification, it's just like an awareness thing. So I've been trying to at least eat healthier when I'm eating my feelings. So I'm putting on less weight, and I'm making sure that even if I feel like doing nothing and I like can barely fight to get out of the bed for the day, my purpose is still to get Mr. Mavs out on a walk, and then hence myself. So there's that. We're headed out to Steve's family's home, which is in the country, which I think will be really good. It'll be a nice little change up of atmosphere. Approaching 40 is like scary in some ways, just because when we approach these milestone birthdays, like I think it gives us like a time to reflect back on the last decade of our lives. And I think, as we get older, we imagine where we will be in certain phases of life, and we use milestone birthday sometimes to like recognize if when I'm in my 30s, I'm going to be doing this, and 20s and 40s and 60s. There's like a whole thing psychologically that we deal with in anticipation of where we want to be in certain phases of life. And I'm learning that it's okay to not be in those phases when you expect it to, because other things happen and you grow and develop in other ways, and life throws you random things on idle Tuesdays. So, on that note, aiming for this week to be more positive and having like a new shift and a change of atmosphere. We have a lot of construction coming into our building, and I'm very anxious about that, but I'm going to try not to let that bother me, and I'm going to just try and focus on things that bring me happiness and joy. And if it's just something small, like, a little snuggle with Mr. Mavs, or a little walk around, or a favorite meal, or just little things that just can help keep the stoke going until better days are upon us. We're back from our lawyer, so that's really good. That means things are happening, and hopefully the appeal will be submitted. But like the amount of resources that it takes to make this happen, and the amount of cognition, like people don't appreciate of what it takes mentally and emotionally to just go through the fight of fighting for your basic rights. And they're like pretty basic rights, like it's below what our Charter of Human Rights and Freedoms actually says you should have. And like that's been brought to the UN. Anyway, sidetrack. We're hopefully this is gonna be the year that everything's just gonna fall into place, and things sometimes get really tough and scary before they get spectacular. So here's to that. Here's to 40 being fabulous. Here's to the 30s being the fight, and 40s being the thrive. Yeah, and that's all I gotta say. We're gonna hit the road, have some coffee, and we're gonna get outside, chase life, and make it the best day ever, because it's this really weird spring day in February.